Hello student, welcome to Explore Learning video lecture series. We have started this video series for the what students who are already in the 12th standard or moving towards the what 12th standard. Okay, actually after some videos we are going to start on the 12th standard syllabus, especially if I am talking about me. Then I am going to start the 12th standard syllabus very soon. Okay, after clearing your concept, basic concept regarding the what physics. Okay, so whatever we have already discussed in the previous video lecture. Okay, and this is I think the last video I needed. Okay, to tell you regarding the what vectors. Okay, so listen it very carefully. If your any doubts or anything is there regarding this vector, so you can comment me in the comment box. Okay, so let us start with this vector. So we know that you have physical quantities. Okay, so you have what physical quantities in physics. So you have physical quantities. Okay, so physical quantities means what, which are measurable, okay, so yesterday we have seen what are the physical quantities. So it can be mass, length, time, temperature, volume, area, energy, momentum, and then Planck's constant. Okay, so there are so many physical quantities are present in the physics itself. Okay, but these physical quantities, some are divided into two types. Okay, so one is what, your scalar quantities. One is what, a scalar quantity. So scalar quantity means what, which has only magnitude, okay, no direction. Okay, such a quantities are known as what, a scalar quantity. If we take the example, okay, so as an example you can take it as a mass, okay, length and time, okay, energy, there are so many scalar quantities are present. Okay, so these scalar quantities are represented. Okay, so how to represent this mass? That means suppose this is the any block, iron block. Okay, and this iron block has a mass of suppose m is equal to what, 2 kg. Okay, whether you place this iron box towards east direction, west direction, south direction, up, down, any direction, doesn't matter, the mass will be the remain same. That means what, by changing the direction of this object, okay, whether you are measuring the mass of the object looking towards the east, looking towards the north, doesn't matter, the mass will be remain same. So that's why it does not depend on the direction, only it has a magnitude. So magnitude means what, 2 is nothing but the number and kg is nothing but the unit. So it has only magnitude, does not depend on the what direction. It is not mentioned like 2 kg towards east. Okay, so because towards east, towards north, towards south, or any direction, the mass will remain same, correct? Okay, so this is the things. Similarly, length of, suppose length of this side of the object is L is equal to what, maybe 2 centimeter. Okay, 2 centimeter. So this 2 centimeter towards, you can measure it in any direction, you will get the always what, 2 centimeter itself. Okay, so mass, length, temperature, time, these all quantities are what, you can say scalar quantity. Okay, then representation. How to represent this scalar quantity? Representation of a scalar quantity. That means how to represent this scalar quantity? You can represent this scalar quantity simply by alphabetically, correct? Okay, example, mass is represented as small m, length is represented as L. Okay, and then you can say time is represented by T. Okay, so by symbolically you can represent this everything, representation of scalar quantity. Okay, so energy is also represented by what, E, capital E, correct? Okay, similarly you can have the temperature, you can have a temperature, that temperature is represented by capital T. Okay, or sometimes K, Kelvin. Okay, that is what by the unit itself. Okay, so now to add okay, to add or subtract, to add or subtract scalar, you can say scalar quantity, scalar quantity, we use simple what, algebraic rules, simple algebraic rule. Okay, simple algebraic rules means what, day to day life. Okay, example, 2 plus 3 you will get 5. These are what the simple algebraic rule. 3 minus 5 you will get 3 minus, or you can say 8 minus 5 you will get what, 3. These are the what simple rule. Okay, now suppose this is one box of mass, I will say m1 is equal to what, 2 kg, and this is what another box of m2 is equal to what, 6 kg. Okay, now take this box and place it over here. So suppose if this is the below box and this is what, upper box. Okay, so this is what, m2 and this is m1. So what is the total mass of this object? It's nothing but the so m is equal to what, m1 plus m2, that is 2 plus 6, that is 8 kg, 8 kg, correct. Okay, that means what, scalar quantities can be simply added, okay. Another example, if you have the two temperature, T1 is equal to what, 27 degrees Celsius, and T2 is equal to what, 33 degrees Celsius. So what is the total temperature? Is nothing but the T1 plus T2, that is 27 plus 33, you will get what, 60 degrees Celsius. Okay, so to add any scalar quantities, maybe temperature, maybe mass, maybe length, okay, or maybe energy, you can just use simple algebraic rules, there are no extra or you can say different laws to add them. Okay, so these are the things regarding the what, scalar quantities. Now if you talk about the vectors are, okay, so I will write it down here. Next type of physical quantity, this is what, the first physical quantity, and this is what, a second physical quantity. So this physical quantity has both magnitude, magnitude and direction, okay. So such a physical quantities are known as what, a vector. Okay, so examples, you can have these examples like velocity, this is the scalar vector quantity. Force, okay. Momentum, you can have momentum, that is represented by P. You have electric field, that is capital E. Magnetic field, that is capital B. Okay, force, momentum, you have electric dipole moment, okay, that is also represented by P, correct. Okay, so there are plenty number of or you can say displacement is there, already told you. Okay, so displacement is also a scalar vector quantity. Okay, that means each and every quantity, this is physical quantity, this is physical quantity, this is physical quantity, but it is a vector quantity because it depends both magnitude as well as direction. Okay, magnitude as well as direction. Now I will take the simple example to explain what is the exactly vector. Okay, now suppose if you are standing here, you can say this is what, you, okay, and the person, or you can say your friend, is standing somewhere here. Okay, now if you call your friend and ask him where you are exactly situated, or what is the position, what is your position. Now suppose if I make it here, this is what, east, west, north and south. Okay, if that friend tell you I am just 6 kilometer from you, I am just 6 kilometer from you. Now tell me whether this information is sufficient to locate your friend's position. No. Okay, मतलब उस फ्रेंड ने क्या बोला कि मैं आपसे एक 6 किलोमीटर दूर हूँ, ठीक है, हाँ, लेकिन इतनी इन्फॉर्मेशन सफिशिएंट है क्या तो वो जानने के लिए कि आपका दोस्त कहाँ पे है, करेक्ट. ओके, नो, this much of information is not sufficient because that 6 kilometer is from you, maybe toward this side, maybe toward this side, maybe toward this side, maybe toward this side. Okay, so here the direction is also important. If the friend tell you that I am exactly 6 kilometer towards east from you, okay. If the friend, I will take the first case. If the friend tells you that I am 6 kilometer from you, okay, so this is actually wrong, if in the second times, if it tells you I am 6 kilometer towards 6 kilometer towards east from you, okay, so this is what the correct explanation, okay. That means what he told you, what a distance with direction, that means what the displacement, that is what a displacement, and displacement is nothing but the straight line joining from the what that origin to the position, correct, or you can say initial point and final point, okay. So this is what the things, so that's why the displacement is a vector quantity, because it is associated with magnitude as well as direction, now vectors representation, okay, so you can say representation of vectors, okay. So vectors are represented by a simply like this arrow, okay. So the length of this vector, that means how much length is it has, that represents magnitude, okay. Magnitude means only try to understand what is the magnitude, means what, how much it is, okay. If the any mass is there 2 kg, so 2 kg is magnitude, 4 kg is magnitude, 4 and with unit, this is what the magnitude of how much it is, okay. So vector is represented by simply an arrow, okay, one pointing head, so this is what head and this is what a tail, okay. And then length of this vector, so from here to here, whatever the length is there, that length represents what, its magnitude of the vector, and then arrow will represents what, a direction of vector, okay. So suppose if I'm drawing this one, okay, east, west, south and north, okay. Now if object is here, now on this object one force is acting, okay, okay. So this force is what, 2 Newton, this is what, 2 Newton towards what, east, correct. Similarly, if on the same object, if 4 Newton is acting, 4 Newton, okay, then you have to increase the length, because for 2 Newton this is the length of the vector, then of course for 4 Newton it must be a double, okay. So this is what 4 Newton force is acting on this object towards east direction, because east direction is in this direction, correct, okay. Now suppose if another force is acting here, maybe 1 Newton, so this is not 1 Newton towards the north, north, okay. Similarly here also, if this is what another force, okay, maybe of 5 Newton, so 5 Newton is acting on this body towards north direction, so that is force is a vector quantity, okay. Now unlike, so this is what the representation of the vectors. So unlike you have okay, suppose simple, so I will take this case 1, okay. If the two vectors acting at point in same direction, then they can be simply added, correct, okay. What is the meaning of this one? Suppose this is one object and you are pushing this object with one force F1 and another force F2, both are at the same magnitude, this is also 2 Newton, this is also 2 Newton, okay. Then what is the total force on object? Total force on object is F net is equal to what, F1 plus F2, okay. That means what, if the two vectors are acting along the same line or same direction, on the any object, then you can simply add like simple algebraic rules, unlike the scalar quantity 2 kg, 2 kg, 4 kg. Okay, so here also if f1 is, suppose f1 is 2 Newton and f2 is also 2 Newton, so total force on this object is 2 plus 2, you will get the 4 Newton definitely. Okay, but condition is what? When the both are acting in the same direction parallel or along the same line, along the what? Same line. Okay, if this picture is also drawn in this format, one force is acting, that is f1 is equal to 2 Newton, and another force is acting, f2 is equal to what? 2 Newton. In this case also f net is equal to what? 4 Newton itself. 4 Newton itself, because both are pointing, acting in the same direction and acting along the what? Same line, acting along the what? Same line. Correct? Okay, so this is what the things. Now it may be anything, not only the force, it may be anything. Suppose if the, this is what the person, this is a person and he is moving with velocity, so I will say v1 is equal to what? 2 meter per second in this direction, and wind is blowing from here to here. Okay, that means upward direction. Correct, wind is blowing with the speed of 5 meter per second, that is v2. Correct. Okay, so in this case both are not in the same direction, because one is pointing in this direction, another is pointing in this direction. Now suppose if I take this velocity, if this wind is also blowing in this direction, so v2 is equal to what? 5 meter per second, then the total velocity of the person is nothing but the 5 plus 2, because both are pointing in the same direction. Okay, so the velocities get added, so the total velocity will be 7 meter per second. But if this velocity will be acting in this direction, then 5 plus 2, it is not 7 actually, that is a different case. Okay, so I am talking about the what? When the forces, when the vectors are acting along the same line, then the same direction, then they are simply added like simple algebra. Okay, now suppose if the same block we will take, one force is acting in this direction, that is f1 is equal to what? 5 Newton suppose. Okay, and another force is acting, that is f2 is equal to what? 2 Newton. Then what is the total force is acting on this? Okay, now you cannot add them, you have to minus it, because one force is opposite to the what? Another force. Therefore f net is equal to what? f1 minus f2, that is 5 minus 2, you will get 3 Newton. You will get what? 3 Newton. Correct. Okay, so when the both are in the same direction, just add them. When both are in the opposite direction, minus them, doesn't matter how much it is. So larger value minus smaller value. Okay, so that means what? Two cases, when the both are acting in the same direction, opposite direction, you can use simple algebraic rules here. That means vector is also act like a what? Scalar in these two conditions. But suppose if you have this object and one force is acting in this direction, say f1 is equal to what? 2 Newton, another force is acting, f2 is equal to what? 6 Newton in this direction, then can you say that the total force on this object is 8 Newton? No, because now both are not in the same direction, or maybe in the same direction or opposite direction. Okay, so in this case, what is the total force on this object? That is calculated by the what? Parallelogram law. Correct. Okay, that means what? To add, if the two vectors are not in the parallel case, then if they make a certain angle, then you have to use the two laws. Okay, so first is what? The triangle law of vector addition. Triangle law of vector addition. Okay, so this law will give you a rough idea, not perfectly, rough idea about the effect, total effect. Okay, and this total effect is known as what? A resultant. Unlike here, we have calculated the total force. This is actually effect, total effect, and this total effect is nothing but the resultant itself. Resultant means what? The final. Okay, so this will give you what? A rough idea. So it tells you what? Suppose if this is what? One vector, so I will say A, and this is what? Another vector B. Okay, if these two vectors are acting on the object, then what will be the net? Okay, where, in which direction the total effect will be there. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to just take place any one vector in a static mode. So I will take this B vector as it is, don't change the direction. You can move this vector anywhere. So I will take this vector it is pointing in this direction, you can move this vector in any direction without changing the direction, correct? Okay, it should be moved parallel anywhere, but direction should be remain same. So I will take this vector whose tail will match with what, head of this vector. So this is what, a vector, correct? Okay, so now this is what the initial position. If I draw one line from the initial to final, okay, so this is what the resultant, this is the resultant. It means what, suppose if this is the object and one force is acting in this direction, suppose F1, another force is acting in this direction, suppose F2. Now in which direction this object will move? It will neither move this direction, neither move this direction, okay, it will move in the direction of the what, resultant force, resultant force. So what I will do, I will take this vector as it is, correct? Okay, and F2 will be placed over here without changing the direction. So this is what, F1, this is F2. Now what you have to join, if you join this, okay, so this is what the total force, okay, that means what, this object will move somewhere here, object will move somewhere here with total force F. Okay, so this triangle law will give you a rough idea in which direction this object will move, okay, but at what force it will move, in which direction, in which direction means what, from F1 it will make how much angle, or from F2 it will make how much angle, this total F, okay, it will not give any rough idea, okay, any perfect idea, okay, so it will only give you in which direction this object will move. Okay, so I will take the another example. Okay, so listen it carefully, this is going to help you very much. Okay, so suppose this is the person, okay, this is the person. Now on this person is moving with velocity v1 in this direction, maybe 2 meter per second, and at the same time wind is blowing, and at the same time you can say wind is blowing upward direction. So this is what, wind is blowing upward direction. So I will say v2 is equal to what, 10 meter per second. Now one vector, velocity vector pointing in this direction, another vector velocity pointing in this direction of this object. Okay, now this person, now it will not move in this direction also, in this direction also. Okay, so in which direction they will move? So I have to take this vector and just move here and place it here. Okay, so I will just join it head and tail, head and tail. So this is what, v2. Okay, and when you join this from here to here, so this is what, the total v. Okay, that means what, if the wind is blowing on this person towards this direction and his motion is also in this direction, then this person will travel moving or move in this way, okay, but at what velocity we don't know, because you cannot say it is 10 plus 2, 12 meter per second, no. Okay, when you can add them when both are in the same direction, but here it is one direction, it is another direction. Okay, so what is the value of v? Okay, if you got the value of the v, then what will be the angle beta, you can say, from v1 it makes how much angle, from v2 it makes how much angle. Okay, so that's why this vector law, triangle law will give you what, only the rough idea, only the rough idea regarding to what, in which direction it will move. Okay, simply. Okay, so to calculate this v and direction means what, angle. Okay, अब देखो इस वेक्टर से ये जो रिजल्टेंट है टोटल, ठीक है, मतलब ये पर्सन इस तरफ जा रहा था, लेकिन हवा भी इस तरफ बह रही है, करेक्ट? ओके, विंड तो इस तरफ भी नहीं जाएगा और इस तरफ भी नहीं जाएगा, बिल्कुल. ओके, सो दिस पर्सन विल ट्राई टू मूव इन दिस डायरेक्शन, विंड विल टेक हिम इन दिस डायरेक्शन. ओके, क्योंकि उसकी खुद की भी वेलोसिटी है और विंड की भी वेलोसिटी है, दोनों मिला के दोनों की वेलोसिटी किस डायरेक्शन में जाएगी, इस डायरेक्शन में. हाँ, लेकिन उसकी वेलोसिटी कितनी होगी टोटल, ये यहाँ पे आंसर नहीं मिलेगा. और ये v1 से मतलब अपने डायरेक्शन से उसने कितना बेंड करके जा रहा है, या फिर इस विंड के डायरेक्शन से कितना बेंड करके जा रहा है, ये इसकी इन्फॉर्मेशन यहाँ पे नहीं मिलेगी. यू विल गेट द ओनली रफ आइडिया, करेक्ट? ओके, सो नेक्स्ट इज व्हाट, द पैरेललोग्राम लॉ. सो पैरेललोग्राम लॉ विल गिव यू व्हाट, एवरीथिंग. पैरेललोग्राम लॉ. Okay, so parallelogram tells you what. Okay, so before that I will just again show you this one. Okay, so suppose this is the object, this is object. Okay, now one vector is pulling this object toward this direction, correct, and another vector is pushing this in this direction. Okay, now tell me, if this is, suppose I will say f1 and this is what, f2. Now f2 is larger than f1, in which direction this object will move? Okay, to find out that, I will just take the what, you can fix this as it is or fix as it is. So I will shift this vector without changing the direction should be same. I will just join here head and tail, head and tail. Now if I join this, if I join this here, correct, okay, it means what, this object, if one force is acting in this direction and another force is acting in this direction, okay, it is already there like this, okay, then this object will move in this direction, okay. At what force it will move, don't know. At what angle, from here to here or from here to here it will move, don't know. Okay, so this is what the triangle law only. See, it will only tell you the rough idea, correct. Okay, so next one we will see the parallelogram law. So parallelogram will tell you what, here you have to make, here you have to join head and tail, correct. Okay, now parallelogram law will tell you what, if the two vectors are here, suppose this is the object, and on this object one vector is pointing in this direction A, and you can say another vector is pointing in this direction, that is B. Okay, then in which direction and at what magnitude it will move, okay, that is given by the what, parallelogram law. So parallelogram law tells you what, complete the parallelogram law by joining the what, tail of two vectors. Okay, if you complete this, so what you will get, you will get one diagonal, and that is nothing but the resultant effective. Okay, if the angle between them is theta, then this r can be calculated, which is not possible in this case. Okay, this f cannot be calculated, this v cannot be calculated, but everything is calculated here, that r, f, everything will be there depending on which vector. If it is force f1 f2, this will be f. If it is velocity v1 v2, this will be v. Okay, if it is electric field e1 e2, it will be e. If it is magnetic field b1 b2, it will be b, correct. Okay, and now suppose this resultant or the final direction makes angle beta with b. Okay, so resultant is nothing but under root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta, correct. Okay, so this will give you the what, resultant. Okay, so you will get the what, magnitude. Now direction means what, by what angle it makes, at what angle it bends, okay, from the what, b vector, okay. So direction, so I will mention here, direction from b vector, direction of resultant from b vector, so that is given by tan beta is equal to what, if you are talking about the b vector, from b vector, then you have to take a vector first, a sin theta divided by b plus a cos theta. This is the things. Okay, now you can also find out the direction from the a vector also, if you are not suppose if you got the b, automatically you will get the direction from the b, a itself. How? Theta minus beta. Okay, you have to make it what, theta minus beta, then automatically you will get this angle. But still, if you want to find out the directly from a to this one, this angle, then from a vector, if you want to find out the direction or the angle from the a vector, then if that angle is tan beta, then it becomes what, b sin theta divided by a plus b cos theta, equals cos theta. Okay, so this is what the resultant, you can say, direction. So from the parallelogram law you will get by how much force, and by direction you will get the what, this much. Okay, direction will be given by the what, tan beta. Okay, so now I will tell you by example. Okay, now suppose this is the one object, okay, and on this object one force is acting here, okay, or else you can say little bit here. Okay, suppose this is the object, one force is acting here, okay, on this object, so I will say f1, okay, and then another force is acting here, okay. So suppose this is f2, now what you have to do, you have to complete the parallelogram law, parallelogram, correct. Okay, if you complete this, what you will get, the diagonal, so this is what, f, total force. Suppose this is 6 Newton and this is you can say 4 Newton, or you can say make it this is larger, so 6 Newton and this is 4 Newton. Then what is the total force, acting on this object? Okay, that can be calculated by under root of f1 square plus f2 square plus 2 f1 f2 cos theta. So cos theta is nothing but the angle between them. Okay, now angle from f2 this resultant makes what angle? That can be calculated beta. Okay, so here tan beta is equal to what? A not f2 opposite. Okay, f2 sin theta divided by f1 plus f2 cos theta. Okay, now suppose if it is velocity v1 and this is velocity v2, then this becomes what? V is equal to what? Under root of v1 square plus v2 square plus 2 v1 v2 cos theta, correct? Okay, and here is also tan beta v2 sin theta f1 plus v1 plus v2 cos theta. Okay, it can be any vector. If it is magnetic field b1 b2, then according to that equation will be changes. Okay, so this is the what a vector importance. Okay, I hope that you are understanding this concept thoroughly. Okay, and then another thing is, okay, only this much is sufficient for you. Okay, before moving towards the what? A 12th standard. So remember all the again all the types of vector also: null vector, unit vector, zero vector, okay, equal vector, opposite vectors. So these are the what the types you have to remember, especially the resultant and the triangle law and the parallelogram law. Okay, and these two equations are very important. Okay, this can be anything. It may be force f1 f2, correct? Okay, 2 f1 f2 cos theta. If it is velocity, v is equal to what? v1 plus v2 v1 square v2 square plus 2 v1 v2 cos theta. If it is electric field, E is equal to what? Under root of e1 square plus e2 square plus 2 e1 e2 cos theta. Okay, so you can just find out the resultant. Okay, so whenever I am dealing with this part in your 12th standard, okay, so I will tell you how to use these equations, okay, and what is the meaning of this equation. Okay, so while solving those numericals, you will come to know what is the exactly meaning of the vector. Okay, so this is, I think, a sufficient knowledge for you before moving towards what 12th standard. So I think in the next video directly I am going to start with the second year syllabus. Okay, so stick to this channel, share, subscribe, okay, and don't forget to comment, okay, whether this lecture is helpful for you or not. Okay, and this video lectures you have to share with maximum students, okay, maybe of any college, just share to them. Okay, and then utilize this lockdown period. I know that schools and the colleges are everything is shut down, so it is the time to utilize or improve your weaknesses. Okay, not just sitting at the home. Don't waste the time by using the mobiles and playing the games. Okay, utilize this time, work on your weaknesses. Okay, if you are weak in the mathematics, basic mathematics, take out the 9th standard 10th standard textbook and then start reading it over and over. Okay, so this is what your personal work. Okay, so we are starting what directly the syllabus, but take this time to improve yourself. Okay, so don't waste time here and there. आपका बस काम क्या है? अभी पढ़ाई करना है, ठीक है? आपका अभी काम दूसरा कोई है ही नहीं, तो सिर्फ पढ़ाई करो जो भी है। ये आगे एग्ज़ाम होगी ना होगी कुछ फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता, आप उसके बारे में सोचो मत। आपका सिलेबस पता है, बुक्स पता है आपको, ठीक है? सो यू हैव ऑल दिस resources. Okay, internet is there. Okay, so just pick up book, physics, chemistry, mathematics or biology. At least start the reading biology textbook. Okay, from the day one you have to read it, maybe up to your 12th standard you have to read it twice or thrice times. Okay, then and then only you are able to crack the NEET, because almost 50% is 50% is given to the what the biology itself. Okay, and the rest is what physics and chemistry. Okay, so so just take this video, okay, and see it many times. Try to understand the vectors. Okay, by simply seeing it one time you will not get any idea, but see it repeatedly, each and every word you have to listen it carefully. Okay, so see you in the next video. Thank you. I'm an icon, man. I'm a girl about a 10. I should fuck her in the Benz.